Hi YouTube, it's your girl Napisha09, and I am back with not really a hair update, but with like a hair, how would you say, report. As you've seen in some of my earlier videos, I've complained about, my chronic dry scalp. Well, lately it's been more than dry scalp. It's been like the killer dry scalp and itchies from hell. And I'm not talking about, a scratch. I'm talking about you want to get a cheese grater and scrape your scalp with it. I'm like shave my head and peel the skin off, itch. And so I had been, using things, trying to, calm it down, trying to keep the dandruff at bay, using the rosemary, the tea tree oil, the olive oil. Nothing's been working. And so the other day I noticed that the scales are coming back. Not dandruff, but scales. I've dealt with it before, especially when I was relaxed, and I basically blamed it on the relaxer, but now I see that the relaxer may have made it worse, but it's probably a chronic condition that I have, and I need to see a dermatologist. But at this moment I cannot afford one. But the things that I've always known to work were sulfur 8 products, sulfur 8 grease when I was relaxed. And so now I want to put grease in my locks. I decided to use sulfur 8 products, and I decided to try this Glovers. I know sulfur 8 and Glovers is really old school, like back in the, in the slave days, old school, but if this is what's going to work, this is what's going to work, because if I don't get this resolved, I'm going to have to take my locks down, because the flakes are so big and they get lodged in your hair, and I really don't want my hair locking with dandruff in it. That's just build up. And so what I did was I got this Glovers dandruff control, I got the sulfur 8 shampoo, and I got the sulfur 8 lock, twist and braid anti-dandruff. This is the longest name, medicated scalp solution. And what it is, it's like a salicylic acid solution to put on your hair. Now this Glovers, this is, can you see it? It's a mineral oil that has sulfur. Sulfur is the active ingredient in this mineral oil. And so, but I used all this stuff last night, because if you would have seen my hair yesterday, it was, I don't even want to talk about it. Let's not talk about it. But I put this on, and it started, first I was scratching these big flakes up about that big off my scalp, like scabs, like literally like scabs, and it would like cause my scalp would get real red and like real irritated underneath where that scab was. I'm not going to say I don't know what this is going on with my hair. Like I said, I get it like once a year. I think it might be allergic reaction. I don't know. But it's like a cradle cap. It's like from here all the way back, it's like a covering. And it comes up in like these huge flakes. And if you scratch it, you have to scratch it all off like you're peeling a scab. Like literally like peeling a scab. That is disgusting. But that was going on with my scalp. But this Glovers, when I put it on, you put it in certain spots and you begin to rub, it started to lift these scales, I'm going to call them scales and not scabs, these scales off of my scalp. And, I was like, wow, because usually I have to go through and scratch it up. If I'm going to shampoo my hair, I have to go through and scratch it up. But this began to lift it up without, irritating my scalp. And so, I was like, that's a keeper. So far, the Glovers is a keeper. And so I lifted it up, and it just settled into my hair. And so I got my sulfur 8 shampoo. I bought the shampoo, and I had to wash like 3 times to get all of the flakes out. So I washed my hair 3 times to get the flakes out, and there was still flakes, so I had to go through a towel, get the lock, and try to rub it off, because that's nasty. I know I keep saying that's nasty, but afterwards I tried to use this, but my scalp was still kind of raw and it burnt too much. This is some strong stuff. And so what I'm gonna do, well, what I did was I put in a spray bottle with some water. I sprayed some of it in a spray bottle with some water just to tone it down some, and I'm probably going to use that as a daily spritz with some olive oil on my hair. And last but not least, I switched gels. I do believe, it may not be true, but I believe it because I know my hair, that ORS Lock and Twist gel, I do believe that it was contributing to, that bird is really close to here. I don't like birds, except for the ones at the zoo that are really pretty. The rest of them just eat and boo-boo. But, yeah, that was off subject. But I really think the ORS Lock and Twist gel was causing some of the, was making the condition a little bit worse. And so I went back to what I know. Since I've been natural, well, when I was loose natural, I've used IC Fantasia. And I think that it is the greatest gel ever created. I heard people talking about it on YouTube, and it was a great gel. When I did my finger twist, before I decided to lock, that is what I used. When I wanted the curls, the loose free curls, that is what I used. And, I know that it's not a hard hold, but I think it'll do. I do believe it'll do. And I know that it's not irritating to my scalp, and the stuff that it has in it is actually good for your hair. And so, bam, I switched back to the gel. And so, well, that's it. These are all the products I'm going to be using combined with some olive oil. I'm not going to use anything else until this issue is resolved. I'm still twisted. I retwisted last night, and so I'm still pinned up. So because even though I slept on it, my hair holds water. Period. It holds water, so it's still kind of damp. I'm gonna go run a blow dry over it. I don't care what you say. I'm running a blow dry over it. But we'll see. Oh, another thing that I did for it was I turned the temperature down when I wash my hair, and so now it's like almost a cold water that I'm washing my hair in. Just in case, something that I'm doing is causing this, which I don't think is something that I'm doing. I think it's just my scalp, because, or maybe I'm allergic to something, because my skin is also breaking out. It breaks out around this time every year too. I just need to go to a dermatologist. But rate, comment, subscribe. And to my subscribers, y'all, thank you. I love you all. You make me feel so special every time I look on. Yeah, for those of y'all who notice I talk with my hands, I know y'all saw how ashy they were. And so, I went in and put some lotion on, so y'all ain't got nothing to talk about now. Alright, rate, comment, subscribe.